The ministerial nominee has just left after spending what I will consider a record time before the Senate, almost 1 hour 30 minutes. That beats even the time spent by former Governor Babatunde Fashola and some of the earlier nominees that appeared before the Senate. But he appeared he held his own there. A lot of questions on the economy, a lot of questions on some of the expertise of the nominee there. But now we get ready for the next nominee, who is waiting to come into the chamber right now and come and have his own time before the Senate. We're expecting, and here he comes, coming into the chamber right now. Anwuka Anthony is coming in to have his turn, and he's coming with a very large team. People coming to give him support as he takes his turn on the podium. We have 5 nominees billed to appear before the Senate today for confirmation hearing, and this will be the second one. A lot of the time has been spent, but let's see how this goes. The first nominee spent 1 hour 30 minutes. Question on people's mind now will be, how long will Mr. Gozie spend? But for right now, he takes his position on the stand, ready to take questions from the senators.
Distinguished colleagues, the next nominee we have with us this afternoon is Anthony Anwuka. You're welcome. We have your CV. We want you to first give us a brief introduction of yourself and have the opportunity, if there's anything in your CV that's been missed out that you want to bring to our attention, or there are things in your CV that you would like to highlight, this is the time to do that. And after that, you take a few questions. Over to you.
Your Excellency, our own dear Senate President, Senator Bukola Saraki, Your Excellency, our brother and friend, the Deputy Senate President, Senator Okechukwu Enelamah, the most distinguished Senator and Majority Leader, Senator Ndume, distinguished Senator and Minority Leader, His Excellency Godswill Akpabio, and may I add, the Chairman during my son's white wedding ceremony. Distinguished Principal Officers of Senate, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma, our revered Senator representing my Imo West Senatorial District, thank you for your love and interest. Distinguished Senator Sam Anyanwu and Senator Atan Achono, the other 2 distinguished senators representing Imo State, I appreciate you. Distinguished Senator, His Excellency Theodoji, who was the chairman during my son's traditional wedding ceremony. Let me thank you again. Distinguished senators of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I salute you all for this very rare privilege of appearing before you for this ministerial screening exercise, made possible by the considered benevolence of our dear Mr. President. I am Professor Anthony Anwuka, I come from Ebuoma in the Oguta local government area of Imo State. I'm married to Honorable Justice Christian Anwuka Anthony. We have 3 children. I hold a bachelor's degree in English language and literature from Furabek College, University of Sierra Leone. An MA degree in education administration and planning from the University of Portland, Oregon, USA. And a PhD in education planning and management with special emphasis on curriculum development and educational systems analysis. On my return from the US in 1978, I went up to the University of Maiduguri, where I served and stayed for 10 years. Friends then were asking me why Maiduguri. While I was in the United States, there was this very big concern and worry in Nigeria about the educationally disadvantaged states of the Northeast. I felt it was an opportunity to go and do my bit to curtail that educational advantage thing. I was in Maiduguri for 10 years, and I rendered very sincere educational services. While I was in Maiduguri, the Borno State government approached the university and requested that I should come and kickstart the Wakabiu College of Education. I left Maiduguri and stayed in the hills of Wakabiu for 1 year. And by the time I left, that College of Education was on and running. When I left Maiduguri, after 10 years, being convinced that I had contributed my little bit to the educational imbalance in the country, I joined the former Imo State University, later called Abia State University. While I was in that university, I did all I could to advance the cause of education. I was the director of the Institute of Continuing Education in that university. And when Imo State government decided to have their own university, Imo State University, I relocated from Okigwe to Owerri. Again, in a pioneering spirit, we started Imo State University in Owerri. I served there in various capacities, Dean, Director of the Institute of Continuing Education, etc., etc. I served in the Senate and Council of that university and did make sure that we improved the lot of education in that university. Later on in the year 2000, I interviewed with 25 other professors for appointment as Vice Chancellor. And I was appointed the Vice Chancellor of that university in the year 2000. During my tenure, I worked very hard to make sure that standards improved, and it is on record that my university, Imo State University, under my watch, was adjudged the best state-owned university in this country, and the 9th best among the 40 universities then in this country. We had a very unique challenge in the university, and that was the problem of cultism. I reduced cultism to its barest minimum in the university, and I had a wand that made me do it. I let the students know that if any student is associated in any manner or form with cultism, that student wasn't going to graduate in Imo State University. On occasions, I risked my life. I'll get information as to where they were holding meetings pre what they call heat. When they say they're having a meeting for heat, I'll go there. In fact, I'll go with my security man. He'll be outside and I might borrow his gun and I go to the table and place it. I say, today we have heat, let's start. At one point, they burnt my house. When they burnt my house, I am glad to report that a member of this Senate came to my rescue, bought a house, and donated as a house for use by the Vice Chancellor of Imo State University. Senator Hope Uzodinma is here for us.